Hi guys, Rik Marston, SynthgodXXX. Welcome to my channel. It's time to go over and recap the top best synthesizers of Winter NAMM 2019. Super cool. I think that anybody who's bagging hardcore on this year's Winter NAMM, I understand there's a lot of things we were kind of hoping for, kind of expecting, but it seems to be there was a lot of wishes that were answered and granted, especially for the people who wanted to get some economically sound, budget-friendly synthesis in their studios. So let's go ahead and go over number 10. Roland didn't show anything in the synthesizer world that blew our heads off or blew our minds. Now I want to be honest with you guys, Roland is on a totally different wavelength and a totally different cycle for releasing their gear. Remember, if anybody has any conscious understanding of how Roland works, they would see that they don't do NAMM like they used to do NAMM like everybody else. They do 303 day, they do 808 day, and they do 909 day. So I expect to hopefully praying that we will have a release of something really fantastic on March 3rd or some sort of reveal. Also August 8th for the 808 day, and of course 909 day, which is September 9th. So usually you're going to have some sort of big extravaganza or a big release. So expect something cool on those days because they've been working on a different cycle than everybody else. So don't get mad at Roland because remember they're working on a different plan. So I'm sure we're all going, why didn't they release anything? Well, to be honest, there's probably a couple engineers right now going, I wish we could tell you guys what you, we can totally, it's going to be awesome when you get to see what we're doing right now. So they probably have something. They probably do. They're just not going to do the NAMM thing. Maybe Summer NAMM, not expecting Summer NAMM. Expect 303 day, 808 day, or 909 day. Rock on. Okay, so let's go down on my list to number 9. Alright, well, number 9 in my top 10 list of the awesome releases has to be the Behringer Rd 808. I'm a big TR 808 fan. I'm sure everybody else is too, with the analog kind of grooves, sounds, and low-end sub kick, and all that awesomeness. The character, of course, is very, very reminiscent of the vintage vibes from the late 70s and the early 80s, the electronic grooves. Of course, any of the people who know craft work and stuff like that, those are the type of bands that were influencing people into stuff like Egyptian Lover. Egyptian Lover was one of my favorites, who used the TR-808 drum machine, and it was absolutely awesome. I think that Behringer releasing the RD 808 is a wonderful idea. I think the price is going to be right for it. I think that if I had to choose between a clone with the ACB technology, I really, really like the new TR8S. I think that's a wonderful drum machine, and I love the sample import. That's awesome, but I really like the feel of the real analog vibe running through. So the RD 808, thumbs up, but it happens to be on number 9 of my awesomest out of all the cool things out here. So, all right, number 8. Well, check it out. The coolest thing that came out of Winter NAMM 2019, of course, I reviewed this and talked about this earlier, was the Yamaha CP Series digital pianos. Those things are absolutely awesome. They look amazing. I personally haven't had my hands on one yet, but I'll be honest with you, those things are really bitchin'. I was also trying to remind people of the Nord Electro 6. That's something super cool with the sample loading features. You can go ahead and import certain libraries into it. That is really cool, and shape your sounds on the fly with the cool digital piano sounds that are built in and other engines. Also, don't forget the Roland RD 2000, which is a phenomenal digital piano / keyboard. I highly, 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 highly recommend. So if you're looking at the CP series, you have a few things to look at that will keep your studio and your vibe alive. Alright, number 7, the VC340. Everybody needs a vocoder, everybody needs a string synthesizer. The VP330 is a really awesome keyboard / vocoder / string synthesizer. So with Behringer releasing that is a total hit to me, but I see the price point is a little bit high on it compared to the other synths that they're releasing in the batch that they're releasing this year. So it goes to number 7 in my list of the top awesomeness, just because of the price and stuff like that. So there's a few other things I had to say. This is actually quite funny, but number 6, the new Previa series by Casio. Those digital pianos are awesome looking. Oh my god, they are so streamlined. They look like they're totally light. They're totally awesome. You look at the display itself when you turn it on. It's only on through. It's like Oh my God, it's a Star Trek digital piano. So I think for the price and the size, I think the new Casio line of the Previas are awesome. Those are really, really cool. I think they're innovative and friendly and futuristic. So thumbs up on Casio. What a good turnout, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. All right, I have to say, I want to put this in a higher position in my rankings of the top stuff for 2019. My cat is making noises, so it's, I love you. You're my buddy pal. Love you, Loki. Okay, I wanted to put this in a higher ranking because I'm a big fanboy of Moog. But the Moog Siren, I want one so badly, so if they don't sell out beforehand, look out Moog, I'm going to buy a Siren. I really think that's a wonderful idea. I've done stuff in the past with the Moog Minotaur. I've actually made some wonderful lead sounds from that synth. Even with its limitation of the C4, you can pitch it up high enough and be able to play a range that's comfortable in leads and make it sound phenomenal. Because the Minotaur really is a wonderful, wonderful synth on its own. And with all the wonderful upgrades they've done with the operation system and the librarian, you can make phenomenal sounds just with the Minotaur. But with the Siren, you can break that limitation of the C4 and go into ranges, so you have a phenomenal synth itself. I mean, I want to push this higher, but man, God. All right, so yeah, and it looks like a Source. Does anybody not reckon? I haven't heard one person say the word Source. Anybody ever see a Moog Source before? Yes, hello, the Siren looks like it's got the Source motif. Not Yamaha. Okay, I love you. I love you, Moog. I love you, Moog. Okay, all right, here we go. Number 4 on my list of the awesome, well, I would have to say is the incredible Volca Modular. Dude, the Volca Modular is, and I have to put my book down. I have to put my book down. I'm not even a modular dude, and I was saying in other things that, that I'm not a modular person, but because I have my semi-modular Moog grandmother, I've been sticking, its cables into neutrons and other naughty little things, and man, that is crazy. It is addictive. So thinking about the Korg Volca Modular, I think one of its perfect mates, because it has those little small hole connections for your CV control, is to get a Werkstatt. Moog Werkstatt is a perfect mate for the Volca Modular. If you just get those suckers together, I'm sure you will have a good time and find that the Werkstatt would work incredible with the Volca Modular. So thumbs up on that, Korg, you rock. All right, I don't even need my book for the rest of this. Number 3. Oh my God, I have to say, Behringer, you are the bomb. I think you did a phenomenal job on reissuing the Odyssey. It looks awesome. This is going to be an incredible deal for you guys. The price is right. It's, I think, listed at $4.99, which is probably going to be like $5.19 because tariffs or whatever, they're going like $5.29 or something nowadays. It used to be $4.99, but now things are like $5.29 and stuff. Oh, anyways, thank you. So the Behringer is a wonderful idea. I think they did a great job. Of course, we already talked about the fact that I absolutely am an ARP Odyssey fanatic, and I love anything that the ARP sound is awesome. I'm a big Solina fan. I'm a big Omni fan, and oh my God, if I could have owned a Quadra, it would have been wonderful, because that was one of my synthesizer fetishes for many years. I still never put my hands on a Quadra, or own one. Obviously own one if I didn't put my hands on it. But anyways, all right, so Behringer, kick-ass. Thumbs up on the new line. I also have to add the MS-101, like I said. That's awesome. The price on that is phenomenal. What, 300? Whoa! I want to get one. The blue one, please. Also, I love the idea of the RD, and we talked about that later on in the top 10 list of what is the baddest. So thank you, Behringer. Keep up your phenomenal good work. I am very excited about the UBXA, or the UBXA, that's supposed to be coming out hopefully later on. I cannot wait to see that, put my hands on it. Oberheim, humongous fan here. I cannot wait to play with that clone. It's not a clone. In my personal opinion, it is their redo of it, yes. I think it's a bad word, because yes, they're trying to replicate something, but let's try to lose that. If there's a way that I'm going to try to stop saying clone, I think it's a bad word. So when Korg did their ARP Odyssey, it's a clone. What? They know it's a remake. So we look at Behringer and we're going to yell at them and call, you're cloning something. No, they're doing their remake. They're doing some reissue, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. I absolutely love Behringer for what they're doing. I love what Korg did, and I hope more people bring the vintage keyboards back, because if we can get some working analog gear from the vintage days, Roland, we can get some serious stuff going on. All right, number 2. This was the hardest, because I think this is one of the most innovative, coolest things to come out, Arturia Micro Freak. Dude, have you played that yet? Milady, have you played that yet? I think that is phenomenal. I think they're going to do a great job with selling those, and it's going to be totally bitchin', and everybody's going to love it. EDP Wasp, it just makes me look at it. I'm going, oh my god, it reminds me of the Wasp. You get a little pressure sensitivity on the actual, for keys. Woo! Did you hear the bite? It's got nice little different edges to tweak with, and blue LEDs, it looks like. Okay, alright, so yes, the Freak is going to be awesome. So if that's the Micro, I can't wait to see what Arturia does. Bring us the bigger ones. Let's see what the ones with real keys, like the Matrix Freak. You know, oh my god, this is the Mini Freak. You know, yeah, this could be great. All right, number 1, I'm sorry, goes to Korg. Again, like I said, the Minilogue XD is phenomenal. They're putting a lot of the juice and guts from the prologues into a 4-voice body. Of course, there's a lot of things that are not included in there for it, but I'm being honest with you guys. I see the price is $6 for it, or $6.29 or whatever it is. I thought it was going to be the same price as the original, but why would they sell that? Because of all the extras? Well, I'm sure they'll still sell the just the standard Minilogue for a little while after that. So, well, yeah, I personally think that the XD was the winner. The Micro Freak almost knocked it right off. I'll be honest with you, it still has so many cool potentials. The design looks spooky and cool. I think that those two together are going to be really nice to see in setups. The Micro Freak and the Minilogue XD. I think my next thing, I know I'm going to go for the Moog Siren, because I'm a Moog person. I really want to be able to explore with the openness of the actual oscillators now that they've worked those out and fixed that. But I personally think that I will have the Minilogue XD in the studio. So when it's available and gone, I will put something down and we'll take care of that. I know I can do a pre-order right now, but I know I don't want to wait for it. So once they finally get those batches out and they're starting to show up in stores, I will have one to show you videos. But right now I'm going to continue to explore my Behringer DeepMind 6 and my Moog Grandmother, which is like, I think, the best Moog synthesizer that has come out in such a long time. And like I've joked about, this synth was made for me. It was designed for Rik Marston. They said, we're going to blow his freaking alien mind. I'm not joking, dude. Okay, alien. I absolutely love what they've done with that. So anyways, that's your top 10. I hope to see something come from Europe in a few months for their Music Messy. I hope it will be phenomenal. Hopefully something will be released there. And Roland, I know you guys have something up your sleeve. You're just waiting for your right date. So I am a big fanboy of Roland, and I just know that there is going to be something that's just going to crush us. We're going to be like, oh. And remember, the Jupiter 8, when it first came out, was like $52.99. So don't be afraid to charge like something of the higher end stuff. We see that Prophet X and XL are just giant prices, and people are buying those. We're seeing prices still for the Moog gear, the Moog 1. People are actually paying that price for an 8-voice, that 16-voice. So don't be afraid to release your flagship analog synthesizer. And to the engineers and the technicians of Roland who are working on that right now, we know you are doing something. We're just so impatient for you guys, because the filters and the power of a Jupiter 8, when you have that in your hands, in front of you, sliders up and down, just feeling the warmth and the vibe of a real authentic, you know, VCO powered analog monster. Please continue whatever you're doing. We are here for you. We will do it. We will buy it. I don't know if I can afford it right if it comes out, but I swear to God, if you guys do that Jupiter 6, that Jupiter 8, or the Jupiter 1000, or the Jupiter quadrillion, whatever you want to call it, let's yeah, we'll, I'm sure people would just go, yeah, Roland, and they'd be like, anyways, I love you guys. I had to get this out before Thursday. We'll do a whole nother synth chat on Thursday. MIDI File Friday. I've got some more cool vintage stuff that I'm doing analog. So I hope you guys like the Doors thing I did. I'm a real big fan of vintage kind of 60s stuff and trying to get that melancholy like psychedelic sound transferred with analog synthesizers. And I've got a back-to-back really cool MIDI File Fridays coming up. I've got some wonderful stuff, and then we're going to go into the new wave. I've got a ton of new wave for you guys. I'm a big Depeche Mode fan, Cure fan. Oh my God, Sisters of Mercy, The Cult. I've got all these really cool versions, all analog, grandmother, bass lines. Oh my God. I love you. See you guys soon. May your energies be strong and renewed. Bye.